She seemed interested in the time travel bit, so maybe that's got something to do with something. My guess was a bit off. The girl genius didn't come to attend the lecture. Oh, she came to give it. I'd like to thank everyone for coming to hear me speak today. She's the one giving the lecture. Japan's famous girl genius, Makise Kurisu, who had her thesis published at the tender age of 17. According to Daru, she turned 18 just a few days ago. First heard her when Daru pointed her out in a Gossip magazine article. That's when he told me she was going to be a guest at ATF. I've forgotten all about it. It's my first time giving a lecture like this, so please forgive me if I'm a little nervous. Thanks, it's pretty mixed. It's mostly students like us, but there are also a couple of professors. Kurisu just gave me a sharp look.
What did I do?
When I return her stare, she quickly averts her eyes. I don't care if she's a genius or whatever. I still don't like her. She may have these people fooled with her timid girl act, but I learned at RowdyCon how cunning and aggressive she really is. Even if her murder was some kind of hallucination, my judgment of her character is still correct. For today's lecture, I've been asked to speak on the subject of time travel. It's not really my area of expertise, but I'll try my best. Time travel. Oh. Let me start by saying that time travel is an absurd concept. Objection. Oh god, this dude. Every member of the audience, not just Kurisu, is startled by my interruption. Perhaps I'm being slightly rude here, but I'm not the one just to sit and listen to some genius girl's drivel. It's presumptuous of you to it's presumptuous for you to claim that time travel is absurd. Okurin, you magnificent fool. Sitting at my side, Daru throws me a small salute. ATF staff are approaching, probably to kick me out. Perhaps I got too carried away. Okay, it's fine, I guess. It'll be easier to talk in a discussion format. Thanks to her proposal, the event staff has refrained from escorting me out. She sounds a little pissed. Let's not mind that. But before that, please, listen to my thoughts on the subject. Scientists have proposed many theoretical models of time travel. There are 11 in particular that bear mentioning. What are the major theories of time travel? I've never heard about the cosmic string theory. I have heard about the cosmic string theory, at least. The 11 theories. Neutron star theory, black hole theory, light speed theory, tachyon theory, wormhole theory, exotic matter theory, cosmic string theory, quantum gravity theory, cesium laser theory, elementary particle ring and laser theory, Dirac antiparticle theory. Cool. Not bad. Perhaps Makise Kurisu is a worthy rival after all. However, all of these models are purely theoretical. Some of them even contradict each other. Well, what if someone comes up with a 12th model? She looks so disappointed. Right. Well, it could be contradicted by the 13th model now, couldn't it? Damn, she twisted my question and used it against me. Touché, genius girl. Suddenly, I feel eyes on me. Some puffed up professors are giving me hard looks from across the room. Maybe I got too carried away. You just keep saying that. I don't want to risk losing my credits. I should back off for now. Theory of relativity. By the way, time travel to the future is available to us right now, according to Einstein's special theory of relativity. For example, let's say someone were to go to Haneda Airport and board a plane headed to Okinawa. Upon arrival, that person would be about 100 millionth of a second further into the future than I am. What does that mean? According to the special theory of relativity, time moves slower for objects as they approach the speed of light. For example, if you could run at near speed of light, you could reach a point where time only moves half as fast for you. Okay. If you were to keep running at that speed for 24 hours, 48 hours would elapse in the rest of the world, meaning you would jump one day into the future. Understand, Hyoyu Kyowa? Ah, why are you signaling me out? I'm doing my best to hold back, but it looks like Makise Kurisu wants to pick a fight. I wish that she hadn't mentioned my name, or whatever, had said my name in front of so many people. It's too great a risk to let others know my true name. But that's not really time travel, is it? Now a professor calmly makes an objection. True, Makise Kurisu's example isn't strictly time travel per se, but I never expected an older man, a professor at that, to refute an 18-year-old girl. Maybe he's just testing the genius girl's resilience. Yes, you're right. Genius Girls readily concedes the point. If she were a normal 18-year-old, it would be impossible for her to be this calm in front of all these people. A normal 18-year-old would panic when refuted by such a distinguished-looking professor, and yet Makise Kurisu is giving off an aura of guttiness that says, I can take this guy on. What about going to the past? Going to the past is possible right now. Take a look at the sky at night. You can see light from tens of thousands of years ago, can't you? It's not time travel either. This time, a nearby student who objects. Well, I was just getting started. Was it just me, or did Kurisu look a little nervous just now? Let's say we wanted to make a machine that could physically transport people through time. What would we need? We would need light speed, I think. The best candidates for this are the cosmic strings and wormholes. Cosmic string is a string-shaped crevice with extreme mass. A string-shaped crevice. That must be how they enter our universe. But do cosmic strings really exist? Okay. This is really complicated. The crevice is about as wide as an elementary particle, and and at least as long as the diameter of the galaxy. Of a galaxy. It has immense mass, so it distorts space-time. If you were to travel through that distortion, you can make a full circle around the string in less than 360 degrees. In short, you can do something resembling a warp. This is called space-time angular defect. When you pass through an area of angular defect, transit time becomes 0. Now we apply this to a cosmic string moving at near light speed. According to the special theory of relativity, time will flow slower for the cosmic string in relation to its surroundings. Therefore, passing through the area of angular defect would cause the transit time to become negative instead of 0. In other words, you will arrive in the past after transit. If you use 2 cosmic strings, you can do a space defect jump. If you loop back to your original location, you can return... I messed that up. You can return to the same time you started revolving. And that, roughly speaking, is time travel by means of cosmic strings. By the way, just so nobody misunderstands, cosmic strings are not the same as superstrings. Now then, you need 3 things in order to travel to the past with cosmic strings. First, the cosmic strings themselves, 2 strings to be exact, by the way. They are hypothesized to exist only where the universe was first formed, so they might be a little hard to find. Second, you would need the energy required to make them move at near light speed. Okay. How much energy do you think you need to accelerate something as long as the Milky Way near the speed of light? I'm pretty sure it's a little more than 1.21 gigawatts. This earns a few chuckles from an audience. Third, you need a spaceship capable of reaching these cosmic strings and returning, with a time traveler alive, of course. What do you think, Hyun-san? Care to take the challenge of cosmic strings time travel? Like that's even possible. And why the hell is she addressing me? I wasn't even the one who jeered her this time. Looks like Hyun-san doesn't want to take the challenge. In that case, let's consider wormholes. They may be a little more realistic than cosmic strings. By the way, Hyun-san, do you know what wormholes are? No, don't ask me. I'm trying to hold back here. Since I've been challenged, though, I can't leave the question unanswered. It's like a shortcut through space, right? Yes, that's correct. Ooh, I got it right. I sighed inwardly in relief. Oh boy. There are 2 wormholes joined by a tunnel. No matter how far away the wormholes are, transit time through the tunnel is 0. Wormhole collapses in on itself due to its own immense gravity. But oh no, there's a problem. The wormhole tunnel suffers supergravity and collapses as soon as it opens. So we need something to negate the effect of gravity. Exotic matter has negative mass and negative energy. So-called exotic matter, a substance with negative mass which repulses other matter. Negative mass, huh? Is it something that floats if you leave it on the ground? Maybe not. I can't even begin to imagine what it would be like. Kurisu raises her right fist. Say that the wormhole tunnel is being squished by an invisible fist. In order to pass through it, you need something that could oppose my fist's grasping force, so that I can't squish anymore. Kurisu opens her fist. If you stabilize the tunnel with exotic matter injection, instantaneous travel between wormholes becomes possible. Travel through time, however, takes a little more effort. For example, let's say there's a wormhole entrance here in Akibara, and the exit is in Los Angeles. First, we send the wormhole in LA all the way to the end of the universe at the near speed of light, and once it's there, we yank it back to LA. How? According to the special theory of relativity, time slows down for objects moving at the speed of light, meaning the hole is returned to LA will be further in the past than the Akibara hole. Okay, that sounds sort of... I'm trying to connect what she's saying to what happened to us, and it is not making sense. So now, if Hyun-san jumped into the wormhole, he'd arrive in LA several years before he left. However, this still can't be called true time travel. It only seems that way. This is called the Hiroshima effect. The important part is to return to Akibara from LA through the wormhole once more, since transit time is 0. Hyun-san will return to Akibara several years in the past, time travel complete. The prerequisites for wormhole travels are simpler than the ones for cosmic string travel. First, the wormhole itself. It may exist somewhere in the universe, but nobody has ever seen one. Second, the energy required to move a wormhole to the end of the universe and back at near light speed. Third, exotic matter, which, by the way, has not even been confirmed to exist. That could be our bananas, bro. We could just have exotic matter. So, implementation of either one would require a ridiculous amount of effort. Now do you see what I meant when I said that time travel is an absurd concept? Time travel theories are all just thought experiments. Not one of them can create a viable time machine. That is my answer. Isn't there anything simpler, like something you could pull... something you could pull out of a drawer and just use or something? Why would that... What? I'm afraid not. Firm declaration. This is the limit of modern physics. I can't say how it might change in 10 years, though. Besides, even if someone did overcome the logistical requirements, there may be other factors that prevent time travel from working. That's because fundamental problems concerning the principle of causality have not yet been solved. I mean, time paradoxes and conservation of mass? The mass of the entire universe is constant. If a time machine traveled from the future to the past, there would be suddenly an extra mass. There would suddenly be the extra mass of the time machine and its pilot in the past. I remember reading it in a book. Not a terribly reputable book, but still. Such a violation of mass conservation would put the universe in danger. Didn't say what kind of danger, though. If you think that conservation of mass applies to the macro systems like the universe or microsystems like atoms or elemental particles, you're mistaken. What? Is that true? I don't understand what she just said, I'll be real. Huh. She's laughing at my reaction. That little bitch. How mortifying. Conservation of mass only applies to chemical reactions. It doesn't hold in modern physics at all. Something can come from nothing. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Then, what is the problem? Time paradox of time paradoxes. In other words, the grandfather paradox. Oh, that thing where you kill your own ancestors before you were born? As long as this paradox goes unsolved, time travel can never be realized. Never. What if you just don't kill them? You can't think of it like a sci-fi movie. It's not just about your family tree. There are greater dangers than that. It doesn't seem that dangerous. Any paradox, no matter how small, would cause the total collapse of causality, relativity, and every other physical law in existence. Paradoxes are nothing more than thought experiments. They cannot occur in reality, and they should not. Nothing that even has a 0.00001% chance of causing a paradox can happen. The universe won't allow it. Wouldn't you say this is a logical conclusion? There may be loopholes, like parallel worlds or the self-consistency principle, but those seem too much like a fantasy for me to accept. Ugh. I grind my teeth. When I see Makise Kurisu looking at me with her composed expression, I avert my eyes. Looks like I have no choice but to concede. Makise Kurisu is truly a genius. Okay, but something happened. We can't just ignore that fact. Something definitely just happened. I ended up listening to all of Kurisu's lecture at ATF. After the 2 time travel theories she introduced at the beginning, she explained the rest with equal eloquence. She seemed a little nervous at first, but that quickly changed as she spoke. By the end, it was an impressive lecture. So impressive that you wouldn't think of it as an 18-year-old's first time. She did well to respond to my malicious questions with sarcasm. She's got guts. Wait, why am I praising her? Leaving that aside, I saw Makise Kurisu dead, and yet she is alive. My memories don't mesh with reality. Not just about Kurisu, but my conversations with Daru and Mayuri don't make sense either. Everything would be solved if I just told myself that what I saw was a dream. An illusion. It never happened. But never say never. This leaves me with no choice.